This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience. Hi everybody, Jacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today I have a wonderful topic for you guys. We're going to be talking Chanel, and we're going to be talking Chanel shenanigans. It's kind of interesting that shenanigan and Chanel is almost the same word, and it kind of like one can't go without the other. But Chanel price increase that hit on the 3rd of November. And then it's apparently or allegedly some sales associates have been caught sneakily saying something that's not true about the availability or lack thereof of certain classic bags that were just about to jump in price. And of course, you know, somebody filmed all of this, and then all of y'all's, my subscribers and viewers wrote me, Jacob, can you react to a certain video? Whose video are we talking about? Well, we're going to get to that in a second. First, subscribe to my channel here on YouTube if you haven't already. And you can also push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today, gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Jacob all spelled together there as well. And thank you to all my patrons and members who have already pledged. Without you, the Fashion Bunker wouldn't be here. It also wouldn't be here without my lovely live viewers, because I live stream every Saturday. This video is being filmed live right now. Everybody's invited to join the live streams and co-chat with us. So here comes the special guest star of today, Romina Rose-May. Hello, sweetie darling. Woo! Hey, sweetie. Oh, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys, we had a little bit of technical difficulties before. Hopefully now it's going to work out fine. Romina has been so patient and kind to just wait until we sort all of this out. But she's here with us now talking Chanel. Let me tell you, Romina, first of all, I got so many messages of people that follow both of us telling me, Jacob, are you going to react to Romina's video? Because like she filmed in Chanel, she caught a person kind of lying a little bit. Can you like tell us what happened at Chanel right before the price increase?
Yeah, so I mean, it's an urban myth, right? That they are not selling any classics anymore. Let's say a week or 2 weeks because it's looming. And I thought, you know, I've experienced that actually myself. A friend of mine has experienced that. And I thought, hey, for this year, we're going to get it on tape. For this year, we are going to film the whole different excuses that come up when you ask for a classic flap just before a price increase. And yeah, it was quite fascinating. So I mean, I can only speak for the London boutiques, of course, now. That's where I always go to film. And yeah, my friend was actually, she would really she would back that day, because like she's been thinking about it for 3 years. And I mean, it's a big investment, right? Those bags are ridiculously expensive at the moment. And so I said to her, you know what? I don't want to I don't want to see this deja vu happening every single year where you tell me, you know, price increase is coming up, and I didn't buy the bag again. It's like £400 more and £600 more and so on. So we went to the flagship store, the Bond Street boutique here in London. And yeah, so we asked for classic flaps. Are there still any classic flaps? You know, we would like to buy one if it's possible. And so the first reaction we got actually was the SA telling us, yeah, no, they are only, oh, no, I have to tell you guys something else that's even more important. So we came in, and there were 2 classic flaps on the counter. Somebody else was looking
Which color?
at them. So that's a very important, you know, point. And I did actually
like classic.
Hardware. So I did actually film it. It's in the video as well. Classic flaps. And one was on, the other one was, I don't know if it was a small skin black with silver hardware as well. And so once we were meeting our SA for the day and talking to him, he was like, yeah, no, we don't have any classic flaps. They are, no, we don't have any. And I said, I just saw some earlier. Yeah, they only reserved for VIP clients. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But those clients that were just looking at the 2 bags, they left and they didn't buy it. Look at the bags. And he was like, oh, no, that there's a wish list. There's a wish list. You cannot look at the bags. There's a wish list and we need to go, you know, whoever's next on the wish list. I mean, there's no wish list really in London. And so I was like, okay, yeah. And then I said, yeah, but the price increase is coming up, right? Is it true that it's going to be 20%? And they were like, yeah, it's 20%. It's gonna hit next week, mid next week, basically. And you're not selling any bags anymore. He was like really shocked, like you saw like his poker face, dropped a little bit at that moment. And he was like, okay, let me check. Maybe I still have one at the back. And then unfortunately he came back and he said, no, there's none. He only brought us like a chevron medium large black classic flap in with silver hardware. And he was like, this is the only thing I can offer you guys. And I mean, do you want to tell them, Jacob, how that flap looked like?
Yeah, so you guys, I watched Romina's video, of course, and I took a screenshot. So I'm going to blend in. So when I blend in the screenshot, it's going to cover the whole screen, but you can still hear me talk over it. So let me show you the first photo, the first screenshot from, now everything froze. Okay, so this, so when Romina filmed the chevron classic flap, so as you can see, as she's opening it here, we have the interior burgundy with a double C and then interior pocket in black. You see how it's already all scratched up. And actually, the interior of the flap already has some dents and scratches as well. But this is still nothing compared to the second photo, where you can see this is the interior flap closed, full of scratches. Full of scratches. You cannot sell this. You cannot look at a customer with a serious face and say, oh, yeah, here, buy it at full price. Like, you want a bag before the price increase? Here, get this one. It's beat up just right for you. You know what I mean? Super tacky. So let me blend that away. And back to us. Romina, I mean, oh my God, look at that bag, says Susie Q. I'm reading you the chats now. Bim Black says, so many scratches. Yeah. And Audrey says, good Lord. And says, oh my God, what is that? That is a disgrace, says Lie to Me. Jesus says, how did that happen? Bim Black says, how is this being sold? Debbie says, was that a return? Gwen says, wow, they have a cat at Chanel? Sophie says, oh my God, no. Yes, but no, says, absolutely shocking quality. Kira says, doggy bag. Sidonie says, oh my God, the state of that bag. Chanel should be ashamed. LJ says, wow. Libby says, I literally bought a classic flap about November 24th, like 3 days before the leak of the increase. What do you mean November 20? You mean October 24th then? It was at Neiman Marcus. I think that's the place to look in these situations. Well, but that we're talking London here though, Libby. I don't know if no, there's no Neiman Marcus in London. It's in America, right?
No. I mean, we have other department stores like Harrods and Selfridges, but I went to them as well and asked, and they also gave us the same story in the video as well.
Iris says that photo is shocking. Caitlin says, are you kidding? I've seen less damaged bags at Value Village. John Oates says, they should be ashamed to show that to anyone. Shockstar Inc. says shocking quality. And I mean, as you can see, the CC Spy says, I'm heartbroken. That flap is scratched, says Robert. Mimi says, that's absolutely disgraceful. Sobi says, not even in the secondhand market. What a shame. Jesus asks, was it a display bag? No way they were trying to sell that piece of scratched beef jerky.
Yeah. Exactly. That was my thoughts because, I love to go to all the pre-love shops. We have so many amazing pre-love shops here in London. I love to go, and the pieces you find there are in better condition than what they've shown me in store.
Do you think that he was kind of mocking you in a way, like saying, oh, yeah, sure, you caught me in my lie. I told you we don't have the bags, but we do. So if you really want one, here, right? He could have been mocking you.
Yeah. Because I think once he knew that we specifically asked for the price increase, I could see something dropped in his face. His poker face dropped anyway, and I think he was like, okay. But nonetheless, like, he offered to us to buy that bag, and he basically, mentioned that we should be lucky that he still found that bag, that we could buy it at a price, before the price increase, like at the current retail price. And I was just sitting there thinking, no, thank you.
Did you call him out? I mean, did you tell him, hey, dude, it's scratched? No. You didn't. You were very elegant.
I didn't. I mean, when I interact with SAs, I try to remain extremely polite and, also still have my poker face on. And I was just saying, no, thank you, not this one. Especially with the whole situation. I mean, we did see, the classic flaps earlier. in the boutique, and they obviously have them. Obviously, they're told not to sell them before the price increase, at least here in London.
Mm.
And I watched your last live stream with Laura, and she said she actually saw one in 31 Rue Cambon, right?
Oh, yes,
So
Laura
I
told
don't
me
know how
she saw a bunch of them. They had the beige, they had the black. You
Mm.
wanted caviar, you wanted lambskin, girl, they got it all.
I'm pretty sure like Bond Street has them all too. It's just it was, but we were literally 2 days before the price increase, so it was the 1st of November, and it was, yeah. I mean, what can we expect?
I know, but it's just because we've had this issue before, and I was actually talking to Laura, aka the CC Spy, you guys. Oh, by the way, if I haven't said it at the beginning, it's because we filmed it twice because we had issues. I want to repeat it again. Guys, please don't forget to go to Ramina's channel on YouTube, Ramina Rose May. I wrote her name. It's written very clearly right on her picture right there. You can see it. Go follow her YouTube channel, Ramina Rose May. It's spelled out for you right down there. Go follow her, send her some love. She's not very active on Instagram, so she says, don't worry about
No.
Instagram, but go follow her on YouTube, please. She's a wonderful YouTuber. And I mean, sneaky, she manages to get into those boutiques and film. But I was talking to Laura about
Yeah,
the last price increase, which was like in July, 1st of July, right?
Yeah.
And she had the same issue. Her friends writing her saying like, hey, they're lying to us about the quantities. The bags aren't there, but then they're there the day after the price increase. The same bag that was kind of like put on hold but disappeared magically reappeared the day after the price increase. And yes, we caught them lying before. Come on, let's be honest about this. I mean, now you caught it on camera. My God, Mrs.
Yeah,
Blue,
of
about
course.
the scratched bag, Mrs. Blue commented, they had a cat in the back.
Maybe they do. I mean, I was shocked as well. That, like I said to you earlier, that can be a display bag. Of course, they can display it. Of course, they can give it clients to try on.
Yeah.
They should have one bag actually that they always give to clients to try on, so that they can get an idea of the size maybe of the bag. But you cannot then actually look a client in the eye and say, do you want to buy that bag?
Yeah.
You can be, like you said earlier, #blessed.
Hashtag blessed, you guys.
Blessed. We should feel blessed probably that he was still offering us, from the kindness of his heart, of course, that bag.
Oh my God, Mina, somebody just said, this is so funny. Gwen says, it's Carl's cat. It's Choupette in the bag, scratching up the bag. Yeah, because Choupette now owns everything. Carl, gave everything to Choupette. And Choupette is like, okay, bitches, I'm going to scratch these back. I don't like the leather. I'm going to scratch the leather. Okay? Okay.
It's the signature. It's the signature of the cat.
Yeah, it's a Choupette
Maybe
signature.
that bag is worth a lot.
Oh my God, Mina, let me tell you. Do you know what happened? Okay, so a friend of mine who works for Chanel sent me a photo. So I didn't get permission to share it. So I'm not going to share it until I officially get permission. But I can tell you what I saw. You probably already saw it as well, you guys. This is heartbreaking. We've had this huge price increase. And now you would think, oh, well, price increase. They're going to make something more special for us. No, they made something worse. The dust bags. The famous dust bags for the Timeless Classics, in the microfiber with Carl's drawing of Coco.
Yeah.
Gone.
Oh God.
Now they turned the dust bags into cotton, into that flimsy cotton. It's not the microfiber anymore, it's the cheap cotton. They have taken Carl's drawing away. There's no more Carl's.
Oh, I love that drawing.
The drawing is gone. Carl's signature is gone. And you know how they have the drawing of the matelassé at the top of the pouch?
Mm-hmm.
That's gone.
Yeah.
Now they just did a digital matelassé, very computer. And the pouch is not rectangular anymore. It kind of opens up a little bit. It gives it a hexagonal shape. And it's a rough cotton. They made that cheaper too, you guys. You're welcome.
They're just saving wherever they can, huh? But the funny thing was as well, because on that day I was wearing my 31-year-old vintage Chanel Classic Flap, black real gold plated hardware, and I was holding it next to that bag that we saw in the boutique, and we were all like, me and my friends who were standing there were like, how is that possible? How is that possible? That bag in the boutique literally looked like a fake. The quality was
Terrible.
not there at all. It was incredible, and then to still offer it to people, it's just mind-blowing.
What I think is also very fascinating with Chanel is that they really are busy. They still do sell. And I think that that's why they have that attitude. I'm sure because my sales associate right before the price increase told me, Jacob, it would be nice for me to see a salary increase at least once in 10 years. That didn't happen. So I'm like, so who's getting all this extra money? Every price increase, what? The Wertheimers sitting at the top so that they can play more polo with their horses? I don't know who because you know what I mean? It's kind of really, really stingy. They've come to a point where, and then the sales associates are pushed to, they've also, reduced the amount of people working in some boutiques. They fired whoever they could fire.
I mean, don't get me started on that. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you watched that video. It's a couple of months old now. My beloved SA that I bought from for years and years and years from the same boutique in London, he got fired. He got let go at the beginning of the pandemic. And at that point, Chanel was still praising themselves with saying, they're protecting their staff. I don't know what kind of staff they mean, if they mean the people working in the ateliers in Paris, but they definitely didn't mean the sales associates in the boutiques all over the world. He worked for Chanel for years and years and years. I knew him for years and years. I bought my first ever Chanel bag from him in 2014. And since then, I bought basically everything from him. And yeah, they just let him go. So they definitely got rid of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I have a sneaky suspicion that Chanel is in some sort of the entire fashion industry, you guys. I mean, luxury, they want to still act like, oh, we're luxury, darling. We don't talk about money. But they're really playing that money game. Like I see the complications. I see the mistakes. I see the lack in quality. Not in everything, but it's more and more pieces that are just not really there in terms of quality, but the price keeps going up and up. But then again, I have an eye for these things, so I know where to look. And usually I'm telling you, the good quality pieces are the ones that they don't mass produce. And I'm heartbroken because I always lift this, I have a bunch of 255s, but the clutch is my love. Okay, so this one, you're going to get good quality because they only produced a couple of them. Nobody wants them, and my heart is breaking for the 255 because Chanel, for some stupid reason, they keep the price the same between the timeless classics and the 255s. Nobody was buying the 255s before. Now, with this last price increase, it's like saying, well, let's just bury the 255. Let's just stop making it all. But honestly, Romina, because I know. You know what I mean?
The large reissue, the 227 reissue is 7,500 pound now. Is unbelievable.
Who's gonna pay that? Oh, it's a 227. I always call it a 226.
A 226 is the medium.
Yeah, but so sorry guys. So I have a 227 then. It's the same price as the jumbo. That's the one we're talking about. Yeah.
No, actually, the 227 is the price of the maxi.
Oh, sorry. Then I have a 226. I have the jumbo. I never got the maxi. No, I have the regular size and the jumbo size. Actually, the 255 used to have 5 different sizes originally produced, and they reduced it to 4, and now they reduced it to 3. But they introduced the single flap mini. So technically, you have 4. Even though the single flap mini is...
I love it when I see the 2 to 8 sizes in pre-loved boutiques. It's such a rare beauty nowadays.
Huge.
It's huge, but it's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and I definitely, if I find one at a good price, I might just snatch it up. But also, I don't know. What do you think about the 255? Are you you're not a fan of the 255? I mean, you like more the classic.
I am. I love the 255. Definitely. I mean, I got my little rainbow reissue. That unicorn.
Yeah, you love your unicorns.
Yeah, and I'm just looking for a beautiful 227 on the pre-loved market, but it needs to be in pristine condition when I find it. Not like what you can buy in the boutique.
No, definitely not. And a 227, and if you find one from 2005 when they were first released with the 05 on, with the stamped date on them, that's kind of cool as well. I can tell you, I mean, when it comes to Chanel, I've seen it all, and to me, Chanel is synonymous with drama. I have not once in my life had an easy flowing transaction with them. It has always been complications. Always. Not once. Even when the product is amazing. Like even with this one. Okay. The one they had in the boutique, the stitch under here was out. The thread was just popping up. Oh, Libby, thank you so much for the super chat, sweetie. Oh, Libby's so kind. Thank you, Libby.
$4.99 super chat from Libby Andrews.
And they had it just there. Like what? I'm like, what? Some idiot is not going to see it? Whoever takes the bag in their hand, the first thing they see is a pop and stitch.
Yeah.
And she's like,
But Jacob, so many people do not see it. So whenever friends, family members want to buy a Chanel bag, they always take me because I'm OCD. Like I'm extremely OCD. I check everything. I check every stitch. I check, and they always say, Romina, please come with me. Please make sure that the bag I buy is going to be perfect. And I'm like, it should not be the norm that you have to do that. If you drop like 6K, 7K, in a bag, they should be perfect. The quality control should be there, which it wasn't in this case. Also, I don't know, we haven't seen it on the pictures, right? But the entire bottom of the bag was really, bent, and it was just
yes, that wonkiness. That's something that happens with the Timeless Classics sometimes, especially with the medium to large sizes. Because the jumbo also, they have a stitch in the middle at the bottom. Yeah. And that's the same with the 226 size 25. By the way, you guys, Eric, little note to you too in the chats there. Just to let you know, these terminologies that we're using, why they're not so clear is because Chanel changed their coding. The 255 bag reissue does not use the 225, 226, 227, 228 coding since many years now. We still use it, but technically it's not correct to use it. So I'm just to make it very clear, Eric. Now, back to us. The jumbo, for example, and also, when it comes to the mediums, they have that stitch at the bottom. And very often, where that stitch lies, on the left and to the right of it, the bag goes slightly inwards. So it's not like a straight line. It goes slightly inwards. Now, I know this is not something that we see a lot in the 90s bags, unless when they depuff, they get a little bit into that position. But I've had a couple of seasonal Chanel bags in those classic sizes, but single flapped. They're a bit more squishy. They're softer because they're less structured. In the interior is in cotton or some other material, not in leather. They're lacking the double flap. And they tend to also go in a little. But the one that Romina saw was a double flap. It had the internal bag. So it had a bag in a bag structure. And it was still wonky because it wasn't, you guys, you can't do that. And I think that bag was pretty old too. It seemed like it was from a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I don't know what happened to that bag. Nobody probably will ever find out what happened to that bag.
No, and they still, but you were right. Like I'm also OCD with this stuff, but you're right. People don't see the stitch, and I said to my sales associate, like, "What's with the stitch?" She's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Let me check another boutique. We can order your brand new one." I'm like, "Yeah, but what are you gonna do with this one?" She's like, "Oh, we're gonna send it. Exactly. We're gonna send it back." And then 1 week later, I had an issue with the foldable tote that I was returning. Whole other problem, can of worms. I came back. My sales associate wasn't there. Another one was there. So I was like, "Hey, do you still have the 255?" She pulls the clutch. She pulls it out of it's still there 1 week later with the stitch. I'm like, "Your colleague said you were going to send that back because it has a loose stitch." No. She's like, "Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I see the loose stitch. Yeah, we're going to send it back." Sure.
If somebody would have come and wanted to buy it, it would have been gone. Nobody would have cared.
That's so painful. Do you have a favorite Chanel bag from your collection?
We should not name favorites, huh? You should not have a favorite.
No, they're all our children. They're all our children. But as I always say, for me, it changes on a daily basis. So when somebody asks me on my favorite, I pick the one that I wore that day.
Yeah, that's good. We both actually have that bag that I have a pretty weak spot in my heart for, and that's the golden fake croc mini.
You have the mini, or did you get the double flap?
No, the mini, yeah, just like you.
I have such a weak spot for that one. Ooh. Ooh. But it's a very delicate bag. You got to be very careful with that one because here, okay, so the flap right there, because that leather is very thick, it can dry out. So it can crack. Mm-hmm. So when you open it, try lifting it just a little. Don't open it completely because you don't want to bend this. Be very careful. It's a very structured bag, Yeah, did you notice also that it's very like a little tank?
Yes, it is. Also, the one thing that worries me a tiny little bit, I've only worn it handful of times probably, but at the back, of course, where it rubs against your body when you walk and so on, you can see slight, the shininess is not there anymore. So I'm a little bit worried that over time, if you would wear it too often, it would rub off a little bit, the gold.
But
Um,
Mina, that's a classic issue with Chanel metallics.
yeah.
And I know this one is not as metallic. This one is more like they try to give it that opulent Egyptian, intense 24
Yes.
karat gold look. So it's not the
Yeah.
metallic Chanel that we know with the little glittery effect, but they're metallics. Oh boy, let me tell you, you look at them, they fade. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, I have my rainbow reissue, and the first thing I found out, luckily, very quickly, because I bought it during the pandemic, right? Once the pandemic already hit, and the thing
oh
is, you
really? Was it
cannot
still
use hand
available?
sanitizer. Huh?
It was,
No. Like last year, it was from last year,
oh yeah, you got it. Wait,
2020.
2020. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you cannot put any hand sanitizer basically on your hands and then touch the bag.
Oh
It
no, of
really,
course not.
makes it
No,
look a lot more matte. So it's dangerous.
hand sanitizer has alcohol.
Exactly.
And all of those unicorn bags that have like kind of glittery effect or metallic effect,
Yeah.
they all have like a glazing on top, and it's like a very thin layer which is super susceptible to climate change, alcohol, forget about it. Matter of fact, you
Mhm.
know what I do? I'm actually, even when I apply perfume, I gotta like, I always look around me. Is there any bag in the room? If there is, I exit the room and I put the perfume on in another room. Heaven forbid I were
Yes,
to spray
yeah,
perfume and just a droplet were
same,
to fall on the bag.
of course. Yeah, no, but it's sad that the quality just, keeps going down that badly, that quickly, and
Y-
the price is just.
Do you see yourself ever buying a new classic Chanel bag from now?
No,
In
I mean, I'm
boutique.
happy as well. That's the thing. I mean, I have 12 Chanel bags now. I'm very happy with the ones I have. If I want to find something really, really special, it's probably gonna be a seasonal piece or something like that, or treasures, vintage treasures from the pre-loved market. But I would not buy a classic flap or a classic reissue anymore in the boutique.
Yeah, I'm also about the seasonal stuff. What do you think about Chanel clothes? Would you ever be into that?
Um, yeah, I have not reached that stage.
Oh, you're not there. You're still more for the bags.
Exactly. The journey, right? The journey.
So, but okay, so you haven't saturated your desire for their bags just yet. You haven't come to your
No.
Chanel bag nirvana.
I think I'm just a crazy bag obsessed person. I will forever just be bag obsessed, I'm not a shoe person. I don't know, I just love bags.
Although, first of all, I gotta say, because watching that latest video that I saw of yours, Romina was also mentioning that she's getting married. So, congratulations, my dear. Congratulations. Oh, the ring. Oh, beautiful. So, first of all, congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you.
And of course, Romina was looking at Chanel. And let me give you a little styling tip from Super D. I completely agree with you. Get yourself a sling bag for the wedding.
Yeah.
Just my tip, the one that you picked up in the store, yes, I would go beige on black,
Mm-hmm.
but get the tip in leather.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
I mean, you could do the
Yeah.
Grogan, the original Chanel sling, two-tone sling bag is leather. The beige part is leather. The black tip is Gros Grand. It's in the
Yeah.
classic Gros Grand. But I think it's kind of really cool if you get leather on leather or you get the full-on
Yes.
tweed. I know you said tweed is a bit, but I have some tweed stuff. It doesn't fall apart like you think.
Yeah, so I had a Gabrielle in tweed a couple years back. It was like orangey black, a mixture of orange and black tweed. And that bag, I was wearing it a couple of times, and the pilling of at the back of the bag was so, so bad that I actually had to sell it. I just couldn't look at it. It broke my heart.
Let me guess. Made in Italy.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
of
go,
course.
guys. Tweed has to be
Yeah.
done in France. I'm sorry, but it's just the bottom line. And but I know that the slingbacks, for the most part, unless you don't buy haute couture, which they are made. All of their shoes are made in Italy. Some of their sneakers are made in Spain. But
I mean, I wouldn't see a problem with the shoes and tweed simply because it's not rubbing against any other, material. But of course, bags would always, you always wear them on your body, and it's another issue.
You know, the thing is, I have tweed Chanel slingbacks in like blazing Barbie pink with a black tip. Oh, to die for. And let me tell you, they are very robust because the tweed they do for the bags it's not really glued the same way that they glue the tweed onto the shoe. So it's very, very robust and it's really beautiful. Now, depending what sort of dress you want to wear for the wedding, you know, tweed might look a little bit too heavy on the foot. But if it's it's like a summery tweed, like a light tweed, like the pink one I have, like it's a cotton tweed, not a wool tweed, to die for. But if you only were to have one slingback, I would definitely also suggest to you a beige on black. That was my first slingback too in my collection. Beige on black is the way to go for sure, for sure. And
99% said if they don't come out with like a very special pair that just screams me, then I go for the classic.
But you know which one I also liked? I didn't see that one before. You picked it up. It was the silver one, and the tip was with glitter.
Oh yeah. That was something, huh?
That metallic, that's kind of interesting. It was like very spacey. I didn't mind that one. That one was kind of fascinating. I mean, maybe not for a wedding.
Actually, from afar, it looks pretty sophisticated and nice. Only when you get really close, that's when you see the spacey effect.
Oh, okay. Then you see the little particles, the little glitter thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Oh, Oli Soto says, I'm loving this Chanel shoes discussion. I'm salivating over here. Oh, and then Eric Goldberg says, Félicitations, mon ami. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What else? Oh, that Audrey sending you congratulations. Sharon says congratulations on the engagement. And Cami Q says congratulations. So I love Romina Vlogs. A lot of love for you here in the chats. Everybody's saying congrats. What do you think? Okay, and everybody's also talking, of course, about Bulgari because they know you love Bulgari so much. That is your favorite bag after all.
It's my favorite brand. Yeah, my favorite bags. It's incredible.
Lie to Me says, I got the classic beige and black slingbacks on Monday, 50% off. I was super lucky it was the last pair. How did you get 50% off?
Wow, they usually never do that on classics.
Never, ever, ever. That you see, that was maybe a franchise or some sort of shop and shop which Chanel are closing down, you guys. So enjoy these perks as long as they last. The CC Spy says, I really liked the Bulgari bags Romina showed in a video. I mean, I remember you were so cute when you were flying away from Heathrow. Remember the Heathrow video?
Oh, yeah.
You were like, okay, I might not be able to film a show, but they always let me film at Bulgari.
yeah, Bulgari is amazing. I mean, I filmed so many videos with them, and it just is my favorite brand. I'm always saying, because I'm a little nerd, you know, I'm a Slytherin at heart. I love the snake. But yeah, I just love the brand and the designs they come out with. And let me tell you something, the quality and the craftsmanship that you don't get at Chanel, you do get at Bulgari.
You get at Bulgari. But I always told this also in the past, Chanel, Italian brands, when they are Italian brands from Italy, and when they do their own leather, nobody does leather like Italy. You know, this is let's be very clear about this. It's just that Chanel is different. You know, even in Coco's time, Coco, and I always say this to everybody because everybody's like obsessed about Chanel bags have to be perfect. Even during Coco's time, she made clothes, not bags. For her, bags were an extra. It was never her primary. If you ask Coco Chanel, I'm sure, if you asked her in the 50s and 60s, hey, do you believe that one day your brand is going to be first and foremost about bags? And then she would laugh. She would have never, but then again, she would have stopped laughing and thought for a second, yeah, I also got tricked into signing a contract for earning only 2% from perfume sales because I thought perfumes are never going to sell. And look what happened to me. So she might have maybe reconsidered, but she never put so much thought. She made bags very practical. She designed that one famous 255 bag after her comeback, after the Second World War was done, and after her exile was done. And then she made iterations of that bag. But for her, it was like, this is practical. The chain is in metal. Nobody can rush with a little moped bike in Paris and cut off the strap of your bag and steal it. Now you can't steal it anymore. Double flap, so pickpockets can't enter it easily. She was a very pragmatic woman. very practical. She wanted to make and then she thought the chain is a bit heavy. Let's make the bag out of jersey so it lightens the bag. We don't need the leather. So and the double flap originally, it didn't have that stupid love pocket, that zipper that messes up your inner flap. She had a mirror. The inner flap had a mirror on it for you to see yourself. So you guys, now you understand. This is a single flap clutch, but I have it here as an example. So imagine that we have a double flap in here. So she wanted the woman to be able to open her bag and check. So the inner flap is here. The mirror is then here. So she wants you to be able to check yourself on the mirror without opening the bag completely and showing people what's inside the bag. So you lift the upper flap, then you have the mirror to fix yourself up, but still the bag is closed. And then when you're done fixing yourself, you close it again. Genius. What did Chanel do? Let's put a zipper and mess it all up and take away the mirror, because the mirror would break. They didn't want people to, because you sit on your bag by accident, you crack the mirror, then you come back, you got to replace the mirror. But very fascinating. Oh,
some of the reissues you can still find on the pre-loved market, they do have a mirror. So it's
and inside they have that beautiful Gros Grand Tyrian pink or Tyrian red that she loved. She never did burgundy inside of the bags. That's all a new thing that Carl started. She did the Tyrian red and Tyrian pinks inside of her bags, which is like this, either this blood red, gorgeous, intense red, or this pink, this highly blue saturated pink. When you look at it, you just get happy. It's just that beautiful. She loved those colors so much. Hey, Mina, I have another question for you. I loved watching your video when you were reading the negative comments about you. Loved it. And let me tell you why I loved it. I loved it because it's a totally different side of you, because when people watch your videos, when you're out and about on the street, you are more hyper, you are more excited, you are more, also because I think you're surrounded by so many people. And you guys, for those of you who don't film on camera, for us who film a lot on camera, we know how it is. The camera absorbs a lot of your energy. Actually, if you see me live now, you would think I'm over the top, but the camera absorbed a lot of that energy. So I still come across as cuckoo probably, but not as cuckoo as I would come across when I would be live, when you would be here with me live. And I think when you're walking on the street, you also think you have to speak louder because of all the noises around you. And that comes across a little bit as more like hyper. But when you made the video at home, you had a much different energy. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. I love seeing that side of you. Like, just.
I always think it's like when you do vlogs, it's for, like you say as well, it's for entertainment purposes, of course, right? You have to like get your audience and you have to talk to them. And like you said, you have to put a lot more emotions into it because the camera does absorb a lot. And of course it's different, when I was doing my 2 hate comments videos, it's of course an entire different genre anyway. It's a more serious topic because some of the comments that I addressed, they had to be addressed as well. And, it's of course a more serious side.
But to me, it was so fascinating. And also the first layer, seeing you in your vlogs, the first layer, the second layer, seeing you intimate at home, reading these comments with a different energy, third layer, having a private interaction with you through our voice clips. I was like, wow, this lady is so fascinating. It's like an onion. There's so many layers to you, but with every layer, it's a new fascination. And I'm telling you, I'm really enjoying this because I love the fact that you have so many facets, and I love how intelligently you addressed also those hate comments, because and you know what won my heart over was when you said, guys, you can come for me, but don't touch my friends. And I was like, okay, this is a girl from my heart, because I'm the same way. And I understood exactly what you meant. And I was like, okay, people coming for her because she's so bubbly in her videos, saying like, oh, what are you, like a bimbo, never buys anything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen to her, people. She's showing you exactly how deep she is right in this moment when she's telling you, my friends are sacred. You could call me bimbo names, this and that. Don't you dare mess with my friends, because then you're going to see a tiger. And I'm exactly the same way. And I was like, okay, all my respect.
I mean, when we have decided, obviously, to go to do social media and to start a YouTube channel, I think you have to expect from the very beginning what you have to face, and that's a decision we made, right? But then, of course, if you film with friends, with family members, and they get attacked, it is just unacceptable.
I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. And also, I mean, I gotta say, it's very difficult for you to get away with it filming inside Chanel because they don't like that. How do you manage every time? How the hell do you manage to not get caught?
I do get caught. I just move on, you know. So I always tell myself at the end of the day, it's their job to stop me, and it's my job to film. So I'm not angry, of course, if they just do their job. So I move 10 meters further ahead and start all over again, you know. And of course, the power of editing, you never see any of that. So it looks like I have a beautiful video at the end, but the 10 times I got stopped are obviously not in that video.
Oh, how does that look like?
I mean, it's not in there. I cut it out.
No, I know, but how
obviously,
did
you
it
know? So,
look like? Like, how did it feel in that moment? Is it always like, ooh, when they tell you, what are you doing?
no, not at all. I got so used to it. I'm always like, oh, really? Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. Of course, I
But
stopped
they
filming.
must know who you are by now.
I mean, so far so good. You know. I mean, it's London. They see, I don't know how many thousand people going through their shops,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
every week.
That's the
So
next question I wanted to ask you. Like, now, despite the lockdown, despite Brexit, scarcity of products arriving to London or to Great Britain, I mean, minus the couple of days before the price increase, when you go on a normal day when there's no price increase, are the boutiques fuller or a bit more empty now in London?
I would say on the weekends now we do get more people traveling to the UK as well. So the weekends can be pretty crowded. Last time I went on a weekend, I was waiting, I think, 45 minutes for a sales associate to be available. So you can walk around the shop,
Yeah.
you know, until somebody approaches you and says, now it's your time. But under the week, so Mondays to, let's say, Thursdays, because Friday is usually a little bit, you know, more crowded as well towards the afternoon. But it is pretty empty. Of course, it is pretty empty. It's not back to pre-pandemic levels yet.
Oh, but it's pretty empty, huh? So the best for you to film is when it's fuller. So you wait 45 minutes for a sales
Oh,
associate. So you walk around.
cool.
I always wondered
Yeah.
where do you film with your phone? Do you like keep it here? What do you do? Like, how do you make it like invisible?
I don't know. I just do it. It just actually feels natural to me, you know. I just go in. It doesn't feel weird. It's just whatever catches my eye, basically, I'm gonna go to and film. And like I said, if somebody approaches me, it's absolutely fine as well. They, at the end of the day, they do their job and I do mine. They can stop me as often as they want. I'm gonna say, yeah, okay, I didn't know, sorry, and then I move
Mm,
on.
mm, mm.
Luckily, we have like 5 different boutiques here in London, plus Harrods and Selfridges. They each have 2 shop areas that are separate from each other, so they don't even share the same systems when they look into their stock and stuff. So we basically have, if you count them, 9 different, you know, options of where you can actually try and go film. So it's a lot.
That is a lot. I'm just trying to count if you have 9 of them. But are they near each other? Like, are they in walking distance, or do you have to take like a car to go?
You can walk everywhere. You can walk, but you can take the bus. If you take the bus, you basically
Oh, hello? Oh no, Ramina, you're gone.
night. I'm gone.
No, yeah, no, now you're back. No, okay, you're back. You're back. Okay, you're
Okay.
back. Sorry, it froze for a second.
What was the
So
last? What
the
was the
last
last
thing you
thing that
said
you heard?
was you can take the bus everywhere, but you can also walk.
Yeah, you can walk. I mean, everything is, you know, if you walk from Selfridges down to Harris, it's like a half an hour walk. It's not that far, but if you take the bus, it's like 10
Mm.
minutes.
Did
It's
you ever manage
all
in
pretty
one
close together.
day to film in all the boutiques and the corner shops of Chanel, or do you have to split it in several days?
I split it. I split it simply because usually I get enough footage if I go to 1 or 2
I
shops.
mean, here's an idea for you. You're welcome. You could do that as a topic for one of your videos. Like, hey guys, let's see how much time you need to visit all Chanel boutiques in one day, even if you're just gonna go stop and go. And then you could calculate the little route for people, because you know people are really interested in that sort of information, especially if somebody's trying to
Yeah, yeah, of
London, and
course.
nobody has done a video like that before.
That's true. Yeah, I could do that.
It's kind of cute, and it's like, you know, a little bit of a like, hey guys, look, you can take this there, bam, bam, Chanel here, Chanel. Because what's always confusing to me is I also love to be lost in your videos. It's kind of always like a dream scenario because I never know, did she exit a boutique now and enter another one, or is she still in the same boutique? And you know, sometimes it feels like it's disorienting. Also because when you're inside, you film really close-ups. So the people feel like they're going like Alice in Wonderland, like they're going down the rabbit hole with you. You know, that's a little bit the feeling that we get watching. That's kind of the texture of your videos, which I find very, very fascinating. It does feel like like a modern day Alice in Wonderland. It really does. It really does. It has that feeling, you know, because sometimes it becomes a bit claustrophobic. Especially when you tell us on camera, like, hey guys, I'm just going to keep filming now until they catch me. And then we all go like, we all shrink, you know. When I hear you say that, like they're gonna catch me, then I always like my shoulders go like in like that when you say that. I'm like, why am I doing this? They can't catch me. I'm not even there. Why am I always doing this?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, never
I
underestimate
don't get
that.
that feeling, obviously, when I edit the videos and then watch them.
Yeah, leave that. You always leave those for the suspense. It's really good to be like, hey, I know a couple of YouTubers, not going to name any names. They do it on purpose. They're not even getting, like, now I'm not talking about Chanel. I'm talking about other type of YouTubers that like do weird videos about camping in nature and stuff like that. And they, in every video, they do this little thing where they're like, I'm gonna camp here. It's an illegal spot, and I hope I don't get caught. And then, like every time in the video, there's one point in the video where they go, "I heard something," and then like with the flashlight moving, and I'm like, "Come on!" It always works, but it's such a trick. But I love it. It really always works. You should definitely. Oh, and another thing. Wait, hold on. Ban H is commenting. I was planning to buy my first Chanel bag in mini flap, but you guys making me think about getting a seasonal one because of the quality. I'm quite hesitant and scared now. What do you have to say to that, Romina?
I would say if you really want a classic, I mean, you're not left with a lot of options. But if you feel like you want to, because I love to actually find bags that, you know, reflect my personality, reflect, you know, bags that show who I am. And of course, if you have patience and you're ready to wait a little bit for that one bag that just screams your name and your name alone, and not everybody is carrying that bag, then of course I would say wait. You know, good things come to those who wait. So I would definitely say wait. If you want a classic, I mean, you're not left with a lot of options. You could always go to the pre-loved market and buy a bag from a couple of years back with better quality. But yeah.
I mean, it's definitely, you guys, it's a world of a difference between vintage and new, and it hurts my heart to say it. There are exceptions. There's always, because I've been saying this in one of my, you know, price increase videos, I was explaining to you guys that and I know some of you in the comments were like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? I was talking about the quality of the luxury, high-end luxury hides, the leathers. Now, a lot of you have been telling me, yeah, but also even small manufacturers in Italy, tanneries, they have great quality. Yeah, you can have great quality. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the quality of leather that Hermes chooses. They're given 20 pieces of leather, of hides, and which are already premium. And then of those 20, they're going to like throw away they're going to leave just like 3. And there's not enough of the leather in that quality. There's leather in great quality, but in that quality, there's not enough to meet the demand of these luxury brands. And they're all fighting to get that material. So you can imagine, you got to make a decision as a luxury brand that's expanding as much as, let's say, Chanel, for example. You got to make a decision and say, okay, well, fine. 57% of the bags are going to be made with a good leather, but like not the highest end. And then we got our 3% of the bags, they're going to be made in the highest end leather. They have to. There's not enough leather. There's not enough animals. How many animals do you want to kill, guys? And also, it's not just about how many animals you want to kill. It's hard to raise animals for their hides in that premium quality. Why? Because for an animal to deliver that type of quality hide, it has to basically almost live alone, never get scratched by another animal, never get any flaws. So it has to be pampered like a king or queen for its life duration. And that requires space, a lot of money, a lot of time, really good quality food. That ups the price on the market. So you can imagine there's not enough of it out there. So of course, I'm not surprised. I don't think even Romina is surprised. we're appalled that the prices are so high, but we're not surprised to see lower quality leathers. Last time I saw a mini at Chanel, it smelled like it was made out of plastic. It was the same, Romina, I kid you not, it was the same quality like at Moschino. You know when that leather it's like stretchy, like it's like rubber, you're like, what the hell is this? But I've also seen incredible leathers at Chanel. You just gotta know when the good batches arrive, and you gotta know, and you gotta touch it, smell it. And that's why I also say it's really hard, you guys, to order stuff online, especially new. I know Chanel doesn't, sell you bags online, but you gotta feel these luxury products. You gotta touch them to know if it's something for you and if it's the right quality. Part of luxury is also the tactile experience, which makes it really hard to do online shopping when it comes to luxury, because it kind of defeats the purpose of it. You're paying a lot of money for it, also for the experience in the boutiques. Don't forget.
Yeah. Don't get me started on that. So I was literally thinking about it last time in one of your videos. You compared, of course, Chanel and all the collections, the 11 collections they bring out in 12 months or so, with fast fashion. And obviously, it does feel more and more like that. I mean, nowadays, if you, again, I can only speak for the London boutiques, but if you go in, you want to buy a bag, or even you want to buy a sweatshirt or something, you go in and you basically pick what you want and you pay and leave again. There is no luxury experience anymore. If you go to Bulgari, if you go to other brands, you really sit down, you get to know the SA, I mean, even if you think about like buying jewelry and stuff, it's a process that takes time. And the service that you get, the knowledge that sales associates and other boutiques share with you, you don't get that experience anymore at Chanel. It's basically in, buying out, and it really feels like you're going to Zara and you're buying some stuff and you're leaving again. So it's sad.
Sorry, I was just hydrating. I think it's terribly sad, and you're totally right. And just the other day, before the price increase, I mean, I was waiting for this bag for 4 years. The large camera bag, the 255.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my sales associate, and we were like analyzing everything, and like she hit me with a price increase even before the price increase, and I was like, wait a minute, it was like 2.5 or 2.6. Why is it now all of a sudden 2.8 or something? Still. Or 3.8, I don't know, but it was still the price of a mini. So a great price for Chanel standards. But anyway, we're talking, conversing, and then I was texting some other friends, sales associates in other countries, just to compare prices. Like, I'm very thorough, because I'm like, you ain't gonna trick me. And then we were talking about the collections, the clothing, possibilities to pre-order. We were talking about the new cruise collection that's just coming on the 11th. And at one point she said, Jacob, I have another appointment coming, so you want the bag or not? Like, no, like, done. We're done. I mean, like, I'm about to drop like $4,000 and you're telling me we're done. Okay, we're done then. Now, I don't, say anything bad against this person. She is really lovely, super helpful, and complained to me and said, hey, they fired half our staff. Now I have to deal with their clients as well. So I am stressed. So I don't take it personally. And I was like, okay, I'm so sorry. Let's do this. Let's pay. I'll see you on the presentation of the cruise collection next time. Thank you so much for your time. But I didn't get to say all I wanted to say. And that to me is not really luxury. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then imagine you have that relationship with that person for years as well. And then somebody who maybe has graduated from university a couple of years ago, and they have their first job and they saved up for their first bag or their first Chanel piece now, and they go into the boutique. They don't have any relationships to sales associates. They just get in, they buy, and they go. They don't get any of this luxury experience you should experience, because nowadays it's just not going to happen anymore.
I totally agree with you. Now, I do not know your background, and I do not know if you want to share anything or not on YouTube, but I mean, I'm an artist. I studied art, visual art, multimedial art. I've done a lot of things in my life to survive. Amongst them, also worked in fashion, and both in the production and design, in sales, marketing, PR. I mean, I've done it all. And I can tell you this personally, my experience in retail, in luxury retail, it really only works if you do give the customer time. Because first of all, you got to love what you do. You got to love the brand you work for. I've had a couple sales associates who are in it just for the money, honey. They don't care about the color of the bag, the leather, what collection it's from. They just don't care. And then I've had some sales associates who are like, oh, yes, this is 2017A, this is 2017C. Oh, that's fabulous. Wait, I have the same bag in a slightly different hue. Let me get it to you. Like, you know what I mean? I've had that service, and then I've had the service, hey, do you have a bag? No, we don't. I'm like, it's right behind you, boo-boo. I see it. Oh, that bag? Yeah, here. We have it. I've had that relationship as well. And both coming from the same brand. And it's not good. It's not good. It's not good because also when we, as luxury YouTubers, we share this information and people who watch us then think, oh gosh, well then I was already a bit scared to go into these boutiques. Now I'm even more scared.
Oh no, they should not be.
I also say don't be, guys, but you're not born with this sense of self. You got to develop that. You know, of course it's scary the first time because these are boutiques that look like colossuses. They're like these giant things and you think you're entering God knows what, the parliament, but you're not. And of course, the younger you look, the more they're going to be like, what do you want? You know, but be self-determined, be polite and educated and know what you're talking about. But don't be as afraid to enter. It's at the end of the day, the shop is there for you to buy stuff so that they can earn money. You know what I mean? But I understand with all these price increases. What are you like? I'm like, okay. And I told my sales associate, we got this new price increase. What do I get in return? She's like, nothing. I'm like, well, what do you get in return? Do you get a raise? She's like, no, it's been almost 10 years that I didn't get a raise. So I'm like, so what's the... It's sad.
It's bad. Yeah. It's not the right direction they're going in, unfortunately.
How do you envision the future of luxury bags? Is there like a shape of a bag that was never made and you're like thinking, oh, hey, Bulgari, if I could give you a tip, change it like this to make it more perfect. I'm sure you have a tip.
Oh. No, I would really have to think about that hard to come up with my own design maybe and then suggest that. But I don't know, is anything coming to your mind?
Yeah.
To get the perfect bag? Does the perfect bag exist?
It does, I think. As I said to you before, right? It depends on the day. You know what I mean? Like how you wake up, what mood you're in. But I would definitely, honestly, for me, it was just such a revelation, Mina, when I unboxed the camera bag. And the chains are detachable. And I was like, okay, here we go. This first and foremost, make every chain from every Chanel bag detachable. First thing I would do. And make the bag transformable. For that money, why not get 3-in-1 for that price? You know, get the bag to be able to transform with you to your needs. I think that's the future of luxury because if you're, you know what I mean? Like, because you're traveling, you know, sometimes we're in an environment, like I was thinking about you actually the other day when I watched that Heathrow video and I was like, I wonder how Domina then travels because like certain bags, I know for myself, I don't want them to get squished. So I'm scared for certain bags, like how I pack them, how I store them. And let me tell you, this is why for me, the revelation of the Speedy, oh my God, I'm loving the Speedy. You're folded flat.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. It's great. Usually when you buy a Speedy in a boutique and people don't know how they fold them up and they come back out after they package the whole thing and they give you the little pack. It's like really flat and it's one of the tiny boxes and they're like, wait a minute, is my bag in there?
Yeah. Do you have a Speedy?
I had 4 in my life. They're all gone. I tried to love them. It didn't work out.
Did you have them with the bandolier or just with the handle?
Regular ones, the regular without the strap. But I actually got rid of a lot of my monogram canvas pieces recently. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm getting older as well. I had a lot of monogram pieces. I still have 3 now. I think my collection was oversaturated with monogram canvas, so I wanted to get rid of a lot of those pieces. However, the ones I kept are the ones I use for traveling. So of course the Neverfull is just the most comfortable bag. Everybody has it, yes, but there's a reason why everybody has it. It's the most comfortable bag. You can throw everything in there. And actually the Nano Speedy as well. I still have a Nano Speedy simply because when you go on like more adventure type holiday, you know, and you need a tiny bag close to your body. It's perfect for those things. It can fit like passports, phone, everything that's important and essential. So for traveling, I love to use my Neverfull, my Nano Speedy.
And what's the third one you have? The third monogram?
The third one I have is a really rare piece. They only made 15 of those. It's an Artsy, still the old model of the Artsy without this weird little leather strap, and it has a Python handle.
Oh.
So they only made them in 2017, and it is beautiful. It's just a really rare piece.
But it's just for your collection. You don't really use it.
Oh, I do use all my babies. I do use all of them.
Oh, good.
But of course, only, in London, you always have to be prepared for rain.
The rain.
So only if it has 0% chance for rain today, then I would use, because it has the Python handle and you don't want the scales to lift, obviously, in the rain.
Yeah. But yeah, I understand. But it kind of, you're holding it, you can protect. Yeah. Usually when it rains, I put my bags under the jacket.
Same.
I'm like, fuck it, I'll get wet. But put the bag.
Bulgari bags come with a raincoat, just like a mess bag. So, I always have my little raincoat in my Bulgari bag when I go out. And if I would ever need it, I can put it over
yes,
the bag.
I'm completely ratchet. I'm so ghetto. I literally have these plastic. I always take a plastic. I always take these. And then just thinking it starts raining, the bag goes, I'm like, oh, hell no. This bag ain't getting wet. Not today, Satan.
Yeah, so actually, my fiance sometimes does when we go out. Is like, oh, let me take this, supermarket plastic bag just in case, to be prepared, so that you don't worry again when it starts raining and you're wearing your bag and then I have to deal with it.
But it's true, because it makes me also because it makes me psychologically, it puts me under pressure because I can't stop thinking about it. And if I know that I have a little plastic bag with me, then I'm like, I'm chill. Now I can enjoy the day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, the bags really take up a lot of our, oh my God, Seabreeze just said in the comments, like a bag condom. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. It keeps the bag safe, though.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. And so, how many bags do you have in your collection now?
So I had 40. I sold 8. So we're down to 32 now.
32. Well, that's a reasonable. I mean, for some people it's a lot, but to me that's reasonable. Oh wait, you
so
froze
my back
again.
collection video comes in December for anybody who wants to see it.
Oh wait, okay, now you're back again. It froze for a second. What did you say? Your back collection?
Yeah, my back collection video comes in December, so for anybody who wants to see it.
Ooh, you're working on a video for your entire back collection?
Yeah.
But that's a great idea for Vlogmas. You could do like a video a day.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
That's how we finish Vlogmas off.
That's amazing. Oh my God, that is so cool. So, yeah, I mean, wait, but you have more bags than there are days in December.
Oh yeah, no. It's like the highlight at the end of the month. Basically, at the end of Vlogmas, I'm gonna do my whole back collection video, because I mean everybody knows those videos. They're always really popular. So leading up to Christmas, I'm gonna have different vlogs again and stuff, and then at the end we're gonna have the big handbag collection video.
Wow. So for every video you're gonna do on a bag, you're gonna do a little review of the bag.
We see. I have something very creative planned. We have to see how it works out. It's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah, and then you could do like the Chanel calendar. You can pull out a sticker out of every bag.
Oh God,
guys! Advent calendar. So here's my Chanel bag number 1. Oh, look, there's a sticker inside.
It's so ridiculous, the whole sticker story.
What do you think about the Advent calendar from Chanel?
I would never buy it. I just don't need unnecessary things. It's yeah.
It's paper. It's made of paper.
I know. It's no words. Speechless.
Could you imagine? Oh my God. And I thought, you know what I was thinking also, because at Harrods, they made this huge installation. You probably saw it already, right? For their Christmas.
The perfume bottle?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's not really pretty if you're standing in front of it.
It's not really, but also like there's like sustainability. We're making the Advent calendars out of paper pulp. No, we're not using plastic, and I'm like, oh, yeah, but you use the plastic to build the giant Chanel bottle in front of the entrance. Where's the sustainability there?
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Like,
quite a monstrosity.
Yeah, and they did it in New York as well. Like New York, there's a ginormous Chanel bottle, like right around Rockefeller Center, and it's not. Trust you me, it's not in paper. It's not sustainable. Speaking of New York, I don't know your age. You don't look a day over 22. So, but
Well, I get other comments. I get comments where people tell me I'm 30. I'm 30. But people say, "Oh, you're 30? You look 40."
whatever. Yeah, well, whatever. Let them talk. But okay, so 30. So you might be too young for Sex and the City, or did you watch Sex and the
Oh,
City?
no. I love Sex and the City. Everybody loves
Okay,
Sex
because
and the
that's
City,
why I
of
was
course.
asking about the age, because I was like, if you're too young, you might not know it, but you know it. Okay, so are you happy for the return of Sex and the City? Because it's coming
Yes
next
and
week,
no.
or like in, oh, yes and no. Oh, it's coming out in
So
December.
I'm very happy. Like personally, of course, I can't wait, and I'm gonna watch it as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just sad that that they, of course, Sarah Jessica Parker and what's her name, the actress who plays Samantha, of course,
Kim Cattrall.
Kim Cattrall. Like, it's just sad, of course, that they couldn't, figure out their personal issues that they have with each other to come back together. That would have been ideal. I kind of have an idea of where they might go as of why Samantha is not going to be in there, but we will see, of course. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's just sad that she's not in there.
Yeah, I know. I'm sad too. But I'm kind of excited about the fashion, even though,
Yes,
the
yeah.
original, what's her name? Oh my God, why am I brain dead now?
Yeah, she's not doing it anymore.
Patricia Field is not in it.
Yes, yeah.
But I still saw a photo of Carrie Bradshaw with the Balenciaga Gucci bag. What do you think about the hourglass? Do you want that one?
No. No.
The
I haven't seen the picture yet, though. I can't tell you exactly what picture you mean,
Well, it's from the
unfortunately.
fashion show also. The hourglass Balenciaga bag, the
Yeah,
one, right? And then
yeah.
it's that
Oh,
shape,
that one.
but it
Yes,
has the
okay.
Gucci it
No,
has the Gucci canvas all over it.
it's not for me. Let's say it's not for me.
So nothing from that crossbreeding is for you. None of that collection. And what about
None of
Fendace?
the cross, nah, none of the cross breedings that are coming up.
So nothing from Fendace. I'm kind of looking into.
But I mean, that's just my personal taste, of course. I understand that a lot of people are actually really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking maybe a little baguette, a little Versace Fendi baguette. Ooh, also
I
because it
mean,
reminds me of Sex and
for
the
the fashion archive, of course.
for the fashion. Oh, let me tell you. Oh wait. Oh, Jesus wants to know what's Romina's favorite Chanel perfume.
Paris Vernice.
Wow, you like a Les Eaux. Oh, I have it here. Hold on. I have it always in the back. There it is.
Yes, I wear it every day. It's my absolute favorite.
Oh, good to know how you smell. I'm like, this is very like a 4D experience. I'm like, oh, nice to smell you. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
And I'm warning you, I was just talking to my sales associate, like get yourself a stock up on it because they're watering them down.
Oh, yeah.
So if you buy a new bottle, always look that the batch code is
Mhm.
5 or lower. Don't get the 6s.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Don't get the 6. Try to.
I will go tomorrow. I will go tomorrow and pick some up.
And also sometimes I know, the ratio between. Oh, thank you, Lana Fournier, for becoming a member of Fulner. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. And also, sometimes, the ratio per milliliter costs a bit more if you buy the smaller bottle, but they might have the smaller bottles with the older batch codes. So always check. I know it's a little bit crazy and cuckoo because they look at you like you're crazy. I don't care. I'm like, look at me as much as you want.
Oh, I don't care. I'm long over that as well,
Yeah, me
obviously.
too. I'm like, can you please like turn over the bottle? I just want to see. They're like, what for? I'm like, I need the batches.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like,
I mean, whenever I buy a bag in the boutique, I always tell them I want to see all of them. Not a lot, all of them that they have from that model, and then I pick with the perfect one.
right? Yeah. No, for sure. Oh my God, we gotta go shopping together. This is gonna be so amazing. And I
Definitely.
love the fact that you just answered to people. You know what? Because people who've been attacking you, why do you always do the vlogs and you never buy anything? First of all, you guys, if you think something like that, you're total idiots. But whatever.
I did the calculations. If I would buy every time I go vlog, I would buy 112 bags a year.
Oh, that's peanuts.
That's peanuts.
I mean, peanuts, darling. But I thought to myself,
Talk about sustainability.
talk about sustainability. But that's what I was thinking, because I was thinking for people, by the way, for people who are attacking Romina for whatever reason, don't do it. Really don't do it. She's super sweet. And I understand that it's a bit complicated when you're filming inside of these boutiques and they don't want you to film. So yes, somebody could judge and say, hey, they don't like to do it. So why are you doing it? But also, of course, your point I understand because you say, yeah, but this is my job. I earn my money from this. It's not illegal. Nobody says it's illegal to film. So I'm not doing anything against the law. But also, it is also Chanel's fault in many ways. Why, you might ask? Well, let me tell you why, guys. Because they're doing everything in their power to make, first of all, their website totally unusable. It's the worst freaking website in the world. So if I want to see some new stuff at Chanel, I'm going to watch Romina's video because I know she has the tea. She's going to be filming the boutiques. I wouldn't personally do it because I just still have that. Also, I never disclose where I am, so I can't just start filming Chanel boutiques. I also respect the fact that they don't want to do it, but I also understand why Romina is doing it because Chanel is not showing us the product.
Yeah.
They're not showing us the products. They're showing us. They always say to you, you can check out when you go on their website and you click on a bag, it's going to tell you, for more selection, check out the boutiques. And I'm like, yeah, not everybody lives in a major city with a boutique, boo-boo. So what do?
Exactly.
The first thing you do is you go to YouTube and then you find the one YouTuber that does it consequently on a weekly basis is Romina. Of course you're going to watch her because she shows you what the boutique doesn't want to show you. So in a way, I also understand you. You know what I mean? Because you're filling that need in the market. It's missing. I might think differently if Chanel were showcasing in detail every freaking thing they have. Then I would be like, well, then you don't need to film. But you need to film because we want to know.
Exactly. But I mean, even if you look at other brands as well, they're happy to let influencers, YouTubers, whatever you want to call us, in, and they're happy to film videos with you, and they're happy to showcase their products because you wouldn't believe how many Bulgari bags I've sold all over the world because of my videos, and I get the messages in every day. So it's just sad that Chanel has decided not to, work with people in the way that other brands do.
Yeah, Bulgari should definitely give you commission for all the bags you sold. And Chanel should give me commission. Let me tell you one short story. I don't know if you were watching me in 2016, but in 2016...
Oh, yeah, I watched you from the beginning.
Oh, my love, thank you so much.
YouTube.
Chanel didn't announce it, that they were discontinuing their Eau de Toilette Les Exclusives. They were just secretly going to discontinue them and put out the Eau de Parfums, much more expensive, but not better necessarily. So I leaked the news and I said to my viewers, I said, guys, if you want Eau de Toilette, now, get them the F now, because they'll be gone sooner than you know it. And then I started keeping a little list of all the people that wrote me. Thank you so much, Jacob. Thanks to you, I got a 200 milliliter bottle of this, 200 milliliter, I kept, and this is just the people that wrote me. I can't know. Almost $200,000 were made for me announcing that the Eau de Toilettes are going to be discontinued.
Wow, yeah. That's the reach, you have.
and people saying thank you because Chanel didn't want to say it because they were embarrassed, and the reason why they discontinued the Eau de Toilettes was because Louis Vuitton was coming out with their exclusive range in 2016 and they were all going to be Eau de Parfums. And so Chanel didn't want to be on a lower, they always copy each other. They always run after each other. The price increase. Did you hear about, somebody just posted in the chats, the YSL just had a price increase.
I'm not really following YSL.
Yeah, neither am I. Okay, well, back to Chanel. Oh my God, we're terrible. Okay, well, who girl? Who did she, why YSL? But yeah, so I can imagine now, then this is perfumes that don't cost as much as bags. All the bags you sold for Bulgari, if you start keeping track, you would be shocked at the amount of money you made them.
I know.
And then for people to stop you in the boutique, sorry madam, you can't film. I'm like, you should be so lucky. I know that Chanel, and this is another thing I want to touch, sorry, I'm blabbering on like a crazy person, but I just got to rant for a second here. Yeah, Chanel is all up in their own butts at the moment about like, where nobody can touch us. I'm like, girl, not so long ago, before Carl came to Chanel, after Coco died, from 1971 to 1983, nobody wanted to touch the brand. Your brand was a ghost. Nobody wanted to come even close to it. Don't you underestimate the power of being forgotten, because you can fall into that precipice all over again. So don't play all holier than thou with your customers and with your public persona, because things can change overnight. And when they do, the joke's going to be on you. That's the bottom line. And so I don't like when they have that attitude of like, you don't want it, you don't want the scratched bag, some other idiot will buy it. So anyway, moving on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Time to wake up, people. I don't know. Anyway, we've been blabbering. Oh, I've been blabbering for an hour. Is there anything else you want to say, like to wrap it up? Some thought, something? I don't know. What's your next bag on your wish list?
I think we said everything that's important. Just people be careful when you buy, and rather wait for the perfect bag to come along before you just pick whatever's there.
And do you have your next bag on your next wish list?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the wish list never ends. No, but I think I literally only have around 4 bags left before I want to buy my first MS bag too. But I will for sure not play the game.
Oh my God. What do you want, a Kelly or a Birkin?
A Birkin 30, but I only have like 4 colors that I would accept. So I will definitely go, over the pre-loved market.
Interesting.
I would not wait. Yeah, I would not want to wait. I would not want to play any games. I mean, we have seen the videos, right, about the game.
I know, the journey.
And how you can fail. It's a game. You can lose, you can win. So, yeah, I would just, I'm not going to go through that, obviously. And I know I want, like, either a Noir, Anemone, Raisin, or Rose Sakura. That's the only options for me.
Oh, nice.
So.
And do you think that Chanel is really going to start playing the same game with lack of availability of time?
To be honest, that day when they offered us that scratched out bag, I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, are they already, trying to do what MS is doing with like picking and choosing their customers? Because obviously those classic flaps that were still available were shown that day to certain people, but not to us. So, maybe they're already trying to, get into this as well. We're gonna look at your nose and we don't like it, so we're not gonna offer you a bag. I don't know.
Yeah, it's I'm curious about that too, honestly. I don't know, but I'm just not a Birkin type. I think it's a heavy bag.
Yeah. It is a heavy bag. My mom actually has a 35, and that is like brick.
It's heavy, huh? 35. Oof. That's big. That's like for traveling.
That is big. No, just.
No, I mean, technically you could travel with it, right? Like, could it?
You can travel with it.
It's like a weekender bag almost size, no?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah.
Oh man.
It's way too big.
Listen, I love talking to you. And I hope we get to talk again soon. I mean, if you enjoyed your ride, if you enjoyed the journey in the fashion bunker.
That's the only journey that's enjoyable.
Oh, my love. Thank you so much. And no credit, no purchase history required, you guys. Listen, we can definitely come and talk. We could do, I don't know if you saw any of the crazy Halloween live stream I did. I mean, and Halloween is not really
time to catch up yet.
No, don't worry about it. But I just wanted to tell you about that because that was the first experiment I made with multi-call-ins. And I had this whole, it's really kind of cute because I had this kind of landscape and all of us were like little tiny creatures. We're all together on the screen and we're all like talking like we're all in the same room. So if you want to join some of that I was thinking of making a little like fashion board panel where we all like sit together.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely, let's do that. I always feel like we need more channel like yours for the luxury community, because then we would probably be already as famous as the makeup community, you know?
I think we have to collaborate more for sure. And that's why, and this is why, thank you so much, Romina. Actually, just you guys to know, when I did my commentary video on the first commentary video on one of Mina's videos, she was super kind. She immediately reposted me on her community tab. Actually, you said, hey guys, I don't have time to film a video right now, but go check out Dacob's video. I've been Dacobed. That was so hilarious. And I was like, wow, okay, this girl has a sense of humor. This is good, because in the fashion world, we have this tendency of taking ourselves so seriously, and we shouldn't.
No, never. We should never.
Never. And this is why I so much enjoyed really like getting to know you, because I was like, okay, this is my type of girl, because like we think the same way and it's just fun. And let me tell you, I have had examples where I've made videos commenting on other and I'm doing this because I'm like, nobody's doing this, and I don't do this for the drama.
I've seen them. Yeah.
I don't do this for the drama.
I've
I do
seen
this
them.
because I'm commenting on the content of somebody. I'm not commenting on your private life, on what you do behind the. I don't care. That's your private life, you know. And then somebody like you really understands it and goes with it, and it's fun. Cassie, the same. Cassie Thorpe, she immediately called in. Hey, let's do this. You know, it was like super funny. And
Love her.
you know, Margarita was also super fun. She's now in Australia, and she was also called me like, oh my god, that was so fun. But then, you know, immediately when somebody doesn't get the joke at all. You know, I
saw.
we had an example. Somebody was like very much like, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue. Who is sue what, girl? Sue who? For what?
Yeah.
We're commenting on public content. So
I know.
But what is beautiful is we get to interact, and I'm trying really hard, you guys, to open doors so that we all talk to each other, because
it's perfect. I think nobody else does it for our community, so you're the first one.
and I love doing it, you know. Also, I mean, with A Heated Mess. Oh my God, so much fun. She's so funny, so fun to talk to, but you won't know if you don't ask a person to talk. And this is, you know what I mean? A lot of the times we're like, oh yeah, she's not even going to want to answer if I write her, or, you know, but there's a lot of that.
Yeah,
and then,
there are examples like that. Yeah, I know some stories as well where somebody wrote somebody else and you don't get any response in like weeks.
I mean, it happens. Okay, shit happens. You know, people have lives, whatever, you know, everything can happen. But I'm like, we got to break those walls and we got to communicate more. And I think it's because honestly, guys, don't you worry about your viewers. There's enough people on this planet for all of us to be watched, to be enjoyed, to be talked about, commented with, to build up a community. Nobody's stealing anybody's platform here. Actually, and also that lady from the Philippines that was all cuckoo on me, you're welcome. You got way more viewers through this. I mean, bottom line, that's the bottom line. This is how you grow. This is how you grow a community.
Yeah, but that's like you said, it's people take themselves too seriously, and you know that should never be the case. I think you can't go through life taking yourself too seriously.
Especially when it comes to fashion and spending like 4,000 pounds on a freaking bag. If you
7,000 now.
Well, 7,000 now. Yeah, I mean, depends on which one you want, a seasonal or not. But 2 people are sitting in front of you, 2 Chanelaholics. If you best believe, if we are ready to churn out that amount of money, you know we're not normal. You know there's something wrong with us.
Oh, there's a lot of loose wires up there.
and we are cuckoo, and and we know it, and we enjoy it, and that's why we don't take ourselves seriously. So if we don't take ourselves too seriously, you should also not take it too seriously and just enjoy this entertainment together. We get to learn from each other, to interact with each other. We build up a community, and if it clicks, if the chemistry is right, then we build on that, and it's great. I think that's what social media should be all about, you guys.
Yeah. I mean, it connects us no matter where we are in the world. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, totally. Man, Romina, what a wonderful convo. So definitely you're invited anytime you want to join in live. It worked out well. We had the glitch at the beginning, but I hope you had some fun.
Definitely try about starting that fashion panel. I like that idea.
Yeah, right? The luxury YouTubers fashion police. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Yeah. It's like an asylum, like the crazy bunch. I mean, we can try. You want to take part in it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm here.
All right. We're opening. Send us requests if you want to join the panel.
Pretty sure Cassie would join in as well.
Oh my God, yes, Cassie, definitely. She has such a great sense of humor, right? Cassie could join us as well. Laura, the CC Spy, could join. Oh my
Yes,
God,
of
that's
course.
going to be hilarious, you guys. What should be our first thing we do together? What should we review?
Let's think about that and come back because it needs to be boom.
It needs to be boom. I mean, but then what? Are we going to like review some like...
I mean, ask your subscribers, ask the people in the live chats what we should
Oh,
do.
good question. I'm going to do that. You guys write us in the chats right now. But also, we could either go fashion or we could also do like some red carpet event. Now, let's not do just
course.
fashion police like they did it, with Joan Rivers. I mean, Chanel's Métier d'Art is coming up.
Yes, my favorite collection every year.
Mine too.
I'm very excited.
So maybe something like that. But we love it too much to be critical. I don't know. We're going to be like, okay, so yeah, what are we going to say now? Now, let's think about it.
Amazing, great, beautiful, perfect.
Yeah, Métier d'Art is always so good. I know.
Yeah.
Well, let's think about it,
The
guys.
only collection left.
Yeah, let's leave that as a cliffhanger. Let us know in the comment section down below. Let Romina and I know what sort of topics would you like us to discuss in a panel together with other YouTubers as well. Let us know, and then we're gonna, our people will get in touch with your people.
I'm gonna put it in my community again, and they can comment as well.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Romina. I'm going to post this video sometime next week, and I, of course, will let you know. And what a great sport you were. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for watching us. And Jessie Style is commenting, I'll be in the fashion police. Jessie Style also said that she loves...
I love
Jessie.
Jessie. Hi, Jessie.
Too. Jessie, we should also do a video together, by the way. So let me know. Call a girl or something. Let me know if you want to do a video together. Jessie is also a wonderful, wonderful YouTuber.
Yeah.
I love her content so much. Well, you guys, you see a lot of love. You got to share. You got to connect. That's what it's all about. And if you can't connect, well, then you're disconnected. And if you're disconnected,
Exactly.
what's life there for anyway?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Romina, and to your lovely fiance who's helping in the back. I know you got him in the back.
He's taking care of the bunnies now. He's gone.
Wait, you got little bunnies?
Yeah, we got 2 bunnies and 1 cat.
Oh, and the cat is trying to eat the bunnies.
No, luckily not.
Okay. Oh my God, that's so cute. Well, the fiance is taking care of the 2 bunnies and the cat. And Romina, thank you so much, my love, for joining and talking to us. And until next time, you guys, never give up on love, and be sure to subscribe to Romina's channel, Romina Rose May, on YouTube. Go subscribe to her channel now. Send her some love. And until next time, you guys, never give up on love. Bye.
Bye.